Hello everyone, I'm Shannon. I'm a yoga instructor, yoga qigong instructor for the breast cancer patients. And I made this video because we know a lot about the yoga and it is good for us. And qigong is also energy healing exercise. So I would like to combine these two beneficial exercise for healing the breast cancer. So I would like to introduce what is breast cancer and what is this exercise and to help this fighting disease. All the natural healing is to start with knowing what is the cause. So I would like to just make an introductory of why the diseases start, and we can apply simple movement and put our effort to have a little energy healing session. So first of all, we are any type of disease, I think, in my opinion, is to having those stress or gene or any type of a blockage in our body can make inflammation, and the inflammation become an abnormal cell. And with the gene, if you have any family members or and your ancestor root line has the cancer cell, and it's really easy to get these days, and then it's affected to our environment and food, but I think it is very easily could cause what you're doing. If you didn't sleep for a while, many years, or having heavy stress in your life could cause a lot of damage of your body, including your cancer problem. So I would like to just have a little warm up, and then get rid of your blockage. And this exercise is very, very slow, because I believe this energy healing is to put your chi energy. But basically, energy is in our, air, which is the oxygen. And the oxygen carries all kinds of energy, and then we're gonna put into our blockage in our body. So when you circle, this is very, very slow, and then you'll see the blockage in your body and have a little tightness, and you can actually stop where the tightness is, and you can stretch a little. Basically, the small stretch is for very inside of the muscle in your body, so it's very close to the bone. And the big stretch is for the outside of the muscle, so it's more close to the skin. So while you're doing the stretches, make sure you breathe 3 times or more. So one movement for couple times of breathing mixture, because you want to put the oxygen and energy to the problematic spot, and then get it out, the toxin. So we're gonna go to the other side. Doesn't have to be big. It could be always a small movement for the inside of the muscle, or big movement, big stretch for the outside of the close to skin. So and make sure breathe. We're gonna try to breathe as very abdominal side of the breathing rather than chest breathing, because in ancient Oriental medicine, you are from your mother's womb, and these place we call tanjan, and that is the source of our energy. and that is actually beginning of our life. So that spot is very principle of all kinds of health, begin our in our life, and then whether it's healthy or not healthy could tell you if you can actually breathe abdominal breathing or not. I mean, sometimes the chest breathing is also good, but usually deeper breathing, abdominal breathing is for our energy healing process. So you're gonna circle or circle the other way, the opposite direction. So basically what I'm trying to do for the breast cancer is to release our 12 organs first, make sure that they're not, have no tensions, and make sure that they're relaxed, and then we're gonna get to the breast. The breast cancer is from the hormonal disease. Because of that, I'm gonna work on a little bit of our brain as well, because the brain creates all kinds of hormone, and I'm gonna explain how they connected to breast and uterus, all kinds of our gynecology area. So you can do this, the waist exercise, and then we're gonna go to our neck exercise, which is top of our head has to connect it with our brain, and also all the muscles in our head, from top of the head to bottom of our waist, are all connected. The muscle looks like a little, very thin threads, and then the threads has space to each other. Because of the threads has a space, and we can put the energy in between the threads of the muscle, and the oxygen as well. So you're going to also stop where the problem area, and then try to do abdominal breathing for 3 or more times slowly. Always breathe with the nose. If you're yawning or something, if you're crying, any type of things coming out, it's you just release it. But then usually what our ancient study is for the energy healing is always through the nose, the breathing through the nose, because when you breathe out, you see the saliva is drying. The saliva is a very important hormone in our body, because it can digest our food, and also it can kill the viruses, bacteria, and it's a very strong acid in the saliva. So saliva is so good to gather while we're exercising, so you can actually swallow several times once you gathered. So in ancient Tao, people always breathe with nose breathing, and have a big saliva in their mouth, and then send it to abdominal dantian area. So make sure that all the top of the muscle, from the top of your head to the lower waist, get all connected, and make sure that you put all the oxygen there. And this time, warm up with circling your elbow. The circling elbow is so important because our arm is between head and chest, our trunk. So it is very, very connected to our breast. And also the lymph node is under our under armpit. So it is important to guard the lymph node and then releasing the toxin from there. A lot of people worry about if breast cancer actually become spread to the lymph node, it could be very big problem because the lymph node is a guard of our health, a guard of our disease, a guard of our any problem in our body, any disease, they guard by the lymph node. And it is important to protect the lymph node and make it strong. So when you do the exercise, please close your eyes so then you can see your inside of your body, your 12 organs and lymph nodes and brains through your third eyes. If you open your eyes, you can't even see those internal features through your mind. So let's close your eyes and opposite direction. So basically, breast cancer is a hormonal disease where there are a lot of thing with the estrogen. So as a middle-aged woman, you're always worried about your period and other things that it controls the hormone. So we're gonna work on the brain in a moment. But the next is very, very related to our 12 organs. That this exercise is twisting. Your hand and your elbow is twisting to in or out. There's a lot of Korean acupuncturists only treats the needle to hands and feet, because those area is the very, very important area to stimulate our 12 organs, and that area, the meridian tip of our fingers or hand, is very accurate to figure out what's going on in your organs. So this energy healing is not just worrying about your problematic your breast cancer. You can actually retune it, your 12 organs, and make sure that they are comfortably placed in the right place, because when they place in the right place, that means the chi energy goes through without any blockage. So we are going to retune our body, twisting our arm, because the meridian is actually gathered in tip of our finger and hand and through our elbow, through our arms. So twist. And this is a very good exercise for the frozen shoulder as well. So when you twist, make sure that your chest is opened, and make sure that you're also breathing, tanjang breathing. abdominal breathing. And now we're gonna actually warm up our hand, and then we're gonna use this hand to work on our head, which is located in our brain. This hand is amazing part of our body because we could do anything. We can make some delicious food with our hand, fixing things and healing people and make things and play instruments or all kinds of things by our hand, and it has a lot of chi energy in our hand. So make sure this hand is used as a healing tool. Nothing else, just a hand and fingers. And this is a very, very powerful energy healing session if you actually relaxed in your bed. But this is exercise for before you go to sleep. This is exercise after you woke up. It's exercise when you're very, very relaxed in the moment that you want to put the energy in your body. So, if you warm up, the warm temperature, we are going to put two hands the center of our head. And slowly circle. You can't even see my circling hands because it's a very, very small movement, and this small movement actually manages the scalp to the skull, because the small movement is next to very close muscle to the bone, and then actually we don't have any muscle here. It's a very, very, very skin in our head, but it is a slow movement, and this slow movement actually shooting the energy to our 12 organs. So you might hear, if you do this in your bed in laying down position, you will hear a lot of sounds in your stomach, and sounds like an opening, sounds like a creak, or you might yarn a lot, opening up. So this exercise is very small but very focused. The focus means you have to breathe at the same time. When you close your eyes, has to see your internal body through your third eye. So basically, when you confirm there's a brain in your head, what color is the brain? Any trashes in your brain, or any dirt in your brain, or any type of toxins in your brain, or any type of not necessarily too much information in your brain, whether what is their daily stress or whatever. With this a circle, it disappears. With this circle, it cleanses throughout the head. There's a hair, and there's a hair hole, and the hole is very big, so you could actually put the energy to all the way to the brain. I know there's a skull, but energy is always could travel in and out, so don't worry about it. And do the circling countlessly, and whether it's a circling to the right or left, it doesn't really matter. usually energy healing circle is always to the left because when you notice, open the jar, you never open to the right. You open the jar to the left. Or when you actually flush the toilet, you notice the water actually turned to the left. So whenever it opens things, the energy as well is to the left. So if you want to open and put the energy, will be to the left. And if you want to close, put it on, you can put to the right. So with the breathing and then get the saliva. We do this one for maybe 20 minutes in your bed in laying down position. I'm just sitting because I have to take this video, run this video, but then you could do relax and laying down position. Now we're going to use our hand to our problem area, which is breast cancer. Whichever the side you want to heal today, you want to actually put your hand and do the circle as well. To the left at first. My house is very cold because we had snow in Philadelphia, but so I have a thick sweater, wool sweater. But if you could actually have PJ and have a thin, the t-shirt or whatever, will be more effective to the problem area to put the energy in. So circle very slowly. The slow movement is body, very easy to adapt to the body because the energy is going in by only slow movement. A lot of yoga practice is very fast and it's hard to follow and it's hard to feel the energy because it's a fast. But actually yoga is very meditative or breathing exercise actually. Matter of fact, it's a type of a religion in India where they started as a breathing exercise as meditation. So when they actually popular as a movement, people like to work out and then become fast tempo. But in healing, yoga is very, very slow and almost to the meditative stage. So I want you to have a little bit of movement, just a circling, very small, and focus on your problem area. And sometimes I use the two fingers, index finger and my middle finger, to see if there's any, the lymph node or the cancer size you could actually measure by these two fingers. And you don't have to really press hard. You just have to feel if there's any blockage on the cancer or any blockage energy there, around that. So then you can kind of adore that abnormal cell at the same time that makes this cell to be very comforting feeling. This is part of our body. Cancer is a part of our body. You have to accept it. You have to accept there's a kid in your family where your kid has a problem. What are you gonna do? You can't kill the kid. You can actually figure out what's the problem, what is the cause, and you have to figure out how to lead this problem to the right direction. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, it is this kind of exercise. It's not applied to any Western medicine because Western medicine is cured by the medicine or surgery. And this natural cure is always figuring out what caused the problem. And then the causing the problem, we need to change it. We can't keep causing the problem in our bodies. So I would like to make sure that you know the problem and fix the problem. And I believe it'll cure any type of disease, including cancers. So, I mean, it's up to you to have a surgery or any type of therapy where you, and then you don't worry about it. But if you want to actually start doing things right to your body after surgery or before the surgery, or if you decide to just have a natural cure, you can actually start find yourself internally and fix the problem yourself. I mean, who caused the problem? Me. So basically, we need to find out and study our problem. So I would like to continue more exercise next week, but this is today's exercise and introduction. Thank you for watching.